feel like definitely wasn't what I would expect to go out there. I feel like I could definitely play better. I feel like just as a group, I feel like it was very sloppy. I feel like we weren't playing our brand of football. Defensively, they played their butts off. Shutout, that's always great when you get a shutout for the defense. But I feel like offensively, definitely in the first half, I feel like we started off a little slow. But it's part of it. Week one, stuff to go on.
And what have you seen just from Trammell? What do you think of his performance?
Oh man, I'm so proud of Trammell. The things he's dealt with the last year or so. With his injury in high school, man, I'm so proud of him, man. I'm so excited for his journey. He's gonna be a heck of a player. Yeah, it's always just a blessing to be out there on the field. I'm just thankful. Just what I've been through this off season. It's definitely hard. I'm just thankful for a great group of guys around me. Just the training staff. Coach Napier having a plan. Me sticking to the plan is great. And it's just like I said, I'm happy that I was able to be out there. I definitely wasn't excited the way I played. I feel like there's things I always clean up on, but I'm just excited to get out there for next week and just go out there and compete and have fun again.
Yeah, what'd you think of Vernell Brown?
Oh man, it's nothing surprising. He's been doing it all fall camp, all spring ball. So I'm just excited for him. To step on the stage, he did what he was going to do. I already knew he was going to do that. He's a baller. So yeah.
How do you think you played mentally, getting you guys into the right run plays, getting the checks, communication? How do you think the team did offensively with that part of the game?
Definitely feel like we're solid. I feel like I said, and our whole group can attest to that. We feel like we didn't play our brand of football, offensively. And I feel like it's week one. It's things that you can clean up, and that's what we're excited to do, to clean up for next week. I feel like this offseason was a whirlwind. I definitely think I got better from it. I learned a lot of different things about myself. Mechanically worked on some things. Cleaned up some things, footwork-wise and stuff like that. But it's just like I said, it's a blessing to be out there on the field. And every time I can step out there with my guys and compete, I'm having fun and I'm happy. So yeah. It was good, to see the game from a different perspective. Getting mental reps, was huge for me. Seeing the game from a coach's perspective, and I feel like it's definitely part of my growth and my development. And I feel like it's in the long run, it's gonna pay off for sure.